Buddy, alright, I had to take this video a few times now. I ran out of space a second ago and things went wrong, so this might look like the first take, but I've done this a couple times, so I'm starting to get frustrated now. Anyway, quick review. I've done one in a while, so I'm doing one on this. I bought this recently. It's the Genesis Portable. I had the console before, as some of you may have saw, and now I have this. Now, I got this for a couple reasons. For me, show you the first reason why I got this, because this is important, I think, because I really wish somebody would have told me this. I bought the Mega Drive here, as you can see. Oh, and by the way, if you wondering what this is all about, there's actually kind of a big hole back here, and I put some special glue stuff on here, because it kept on. At one time I went to put the SD card in it, and it fell into there. If you don't know what the Mega Drive is, quick summary, basically you put your games, ROMs, on your SD card, you put in the cartridge, and you can play it. Now, the old system I had, the home version of this, would not play this, so I had to get the real console. So if you have this, don't buy the cheap console version of this and think it's going to work, because it ain't. You have to buy the real thing. Now, with that said, back to what I'm actually making this video about. Now, I got this. Now, I bought this for the exact same reason why I bought that originally. It's because this has an SD card slot on it. Those of you that know what these are probably already know the deal with it. It has 80 games built in. Most of them all suck. There's a couple good ones like the Sonic games and Mortal Kombat games, which they're good, but that's about it. For primarily, most of the games suck, or they're games that they made up on their own, which some are okay, but nothing special. But main reason I got this, voila, SD card slot. Now, first things first, one thing I found out the hard way about the SD cards, your average SD card that most people have, anything above 2 gigabytes is going to be an SD, like HC, XC, all that kind of shit like that. I don't know what that really means, but basically anything 2 gigs or above, anything above 2 gigs, I'm saying, usually has like those little letters after it. Now for this, you just need a plain SD card. Now, no SC this or XP, or blah blah blah, just an SD card, and that's it. So really 1 or 2 gigs is all you're going to really be able to use, but that's really all you need anyways. I found out that the hard way. Plus, there's another thing I bought not so long ago, something similar to this, but it was for my Game Boy Advance, just like that Mega Drive, but it was the same thing for my Game Boy Advance. You copy your own games onto the ROMs, and then you play. Again, that'll work with SD cards. Most of these things that have these things like this only work with SD cards. A couple exceptions to a couple of them. Like that Mega Drive, you don't need an it could be like, bigger. That has an 8 gig one, so that one has an HC one, so that does work on that one. I have one for the 64, again, it works. But the smaller ones, like these ones, they only use SD cards, and only SD cards. You try to put something else in it, it just won't read it. So if you're going to make this file for this, keep in mind you got to make a game folder. It's got to say game. And then you copy your ROMs into it, and only certain ones, like, Genesis ones, like .bin, .md, and .genesis, I think. I can't remember all of them. But they got to be, they can't be like SMS, Sega Master System, they can't be that. Those of you that know what I'm talking about here will kind of understand what I'm saying. I would hope you know. If not, you'll probably find out the hard way like I did. Now, could you just quick little review of this thing so you get an idea of what I'm talking about a little bit better? And turn this stupid light off. Alright. Now, as you can see, these are the games that are built in. Some of these you might have heard of before, but a lot of them you probably never heard of before, because a lot of them are made up. Some of you have heard of, like Sonic and Knuckles, obviously. People heard of them, and chess and stuff. This is obviously a ghetto version of Frogger. Okay, sorry, I had an itch on my nose there real quick. These other ones, a lot of made up, but I mainly got it because SD card. Now anyway, when you get to the menu here, like I said, you make a game folder in SD card. You can get up to a 2 gig one that work with this thing. Even 1 gig is enough because these games are small. Trust me, you don't need anything big. They're small. I promise you don't need one huge. A 1 gig or a 2 gig work fine. Depending on how many games you put on here is what you need. I only have a 1 gigabyte SD card in here right now. I'll put it to you like that. Then you either got to get the big one, or you got to make sure you got an adapter. Real quick while we're looking at this is obviously the power right there. This is AV, so you can plug it into your TV if you got the right connection. Which it does not come with, by the way. Here is your charging port, here's your volume, SD card slot underneath, headphone jack, and on and off switch screen, buttons obviously, battery in the back, and yeah, that's everything, so you guys know real fast. But these are just some of the games that I have on here alrery. Try to show you a cool one. Here's one of my favorite ones that I've always liked, Boogerman. So anyway, you pick the game that you have on there, push start, it loads, and like I said, you could put this way, you could put any game you want on here, as long as it's the right format. And you got the right SD card in there, and it should work. I think so you can hear it a little better. Doesn't got the best speaker in the world, but this is full, because this is full blast. I don't know how well you can hear that. But I don't know if who knows this game. I used to love this game. I just thought it was funny as hell. I used to just think this game really was this shit, because I really just thought it was funny. Not that it's fun, it's a really cool game. It's just a funny game. Now keep in mind I'm playing this one-handed, people, so bear with me. If you don't remember Boogerman, here it is. It's a game I highly recommend you play if you've not played it before. As you see, he'll pick his nose after a few minutes. It looks kind of ghetto on this thing, though. As you see, it's kind of glitching out a little bit. It's not supposed to do that. But yeah, he throws the snots. He jumps. And yeah, so I move over one finger here. We go over here. Whoop, let me get my hand the hell out of the way. You can make some digs. The sounds are a little weird in this one too, but this is the one part that's funny. Let me get my hand out of the way so you guys can see. Get me a good position here so you guys can see it. That's one thing that's funny about the game. We can make him burp and fart to kill his people. Like here he goes burping. Tap it once to do a little one. You hold it to do a big one. Now we get him getting the fart. It's going to be kind of difficult to do with one hand, so hopefully I'll try to do it with two hands. You bend over to make him fart. Now, whoop. Okay, like I said, it's hard to do like this, the way I'm holding the phone here. But anyway, yeah, there it goes. Come on, stay still, buddy. See again. Give him the bend over. And he will fart. Come on, stay still. I want to stay still. There it goes. Let's see, you get the idea. I'm going to end this video with that before I run out of time on this, but you get the idea. It's a cool little thing. As long as you buy the SD card for it and you know what you're doing, it's pretty badass. You get any game you want. Beats the hell out of buying them, because these retro games like these ones are getting quite expensive. If you want to be able to play them again, because the 90s are kind of coming back. But the coolest thing about them, for many years, most people don't realize this, how long they've been online for, but for years you've been able to download these ROMs for free. And people are buying old systems nowadays, which cost people a lot of money. If you look them up online, you'll see what I'm talking about. And even if you buy the old systems used, they ain't exactly cheap. Buying brand new, it's insane. But you don't have to. You can just get the ROMs, which are just as good. Well, not always just good, but usually just good to play with something like this. And this is fine. Trust me. Save you a lot of money. And it's still fun. I'm going to end this video with that. I'm probably going to do another one tonight, because there was something else I wanted to show everybody. But for now, this is it. Well, until next time, hope you guys like it. Hopefully I conned you into buying it, and hopefully I explained the system a little bit better to you, so you'll know what to expect. And if you decide to buy it, good luck. Leave a like, subscribe if you want. All I've done on my channel here so far is just little review videos, kind of like you just saw. I want to do something more and better, so if you guys got any ideas, give them to me. If I'm able to do it, I can. Keep in mind, I don't got a good camera at the moment. I only got, my cell phone. Just got a new one, by the way. You can't see it because I'm filming with it, but not a bad phone. So anyway, I'm going to leave a video with that for now. So yeah, if you guys have any good videos, ideas, or something I could do with my cell phone here, I'll try my best to do it. Until then, I'm just doing little reviews. I'll try to think of something good myself. Actually, when it gets warmer out, we have what they call the Nike site around here. It's an old army base out in the middle of the woods in the state forest around here. I live in Connecticut. I've never seen a video online of it before. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the first one to do that when it gets warm enough. So you guys look forward to that in the future. If you guys are still watching it and listening to me talk right now, then keep an eye out for that in the future. Otherwise, if you're not listening and you stopped watching it, I don't know. If you pay attention to my channel, you'll still see it. Well, probably won't be till at least a month, I'm guessing. I want to go with it early before it gets overgrown. But not too late, obviously. Alright, people. Peace out.